Welcome, everybody, to the Board of Adjustment meeting for July 11th, 2024. Roll call, please.
Gallagher, Springer, Tansey,
Here.
Tombergs,
Here.
Vermillion.
Here.
Thank you. The Board of Adjustment is a 5-member board appointed by the mayor. It is the responsibility of the board to interpret the city's zoning ordinance as it applies to special uses and variances. Public hearings are held monthly after each board member has had the opportunity to review the staff report and visit the site in question. A decision regarding the request will usually be made at the public hearing meeting. So first, I'd like to see if we would like to review and approve the minutes of the meeting from June 13th, 2024. Were there any questions or changes?
So moved. Second.
Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Thanks. The June 13th meetings are approved. So before we go on for the case tonight, I'd like to turn it over to Mark, who would like to introduce someone.
Thanks, Gwen. Really appreciate it. We have a special guest tonight. Jacob Knepp's an intern in our office, been working all summer with us, all spring and summer. He's a student at Iowa State University. He's studying history, geographic information systems, and planning. I think he's technically a senior, right?
Yep.
He's about to graduate. Done a great job for us. Has worked on not this case, but some other cases. And you may see him around City Hall or around the ComDev building, and maybe here again in the future. Just want you to meet Jacob Knepp.
Thank you. Welcome, Jacob.
Thank you. Welcome.
You bet. All right, so on to case 24-047, 1740 State Street, special location parking plan to allow part of the required number of parking spaces to be located off-site, submitted by Jason Sturtevant. So is there anyone in the audience that would like to, oh, I'm sorry, staff report, sorry.
Yeah, this is essentially a case you guys have seen before in the form of a special use permit application for bar as well as for a outdoor service area. The applicant is Sturtevant Realty, Jason Sturtevant being the active party. It's a special location plan, and under Chapter 13 of off-street parking and loading, there's a provision for location plans under 11-13-3, and that's what's under consideration tonight. Current future land use is urban activity for the majority of this area. You do have some community commercial here, and then civic, public, and semi-public land use. These are new land use classifications, or at least urban activity is, under our recently adopted comprehensive plan. It permits C3 general business district zoning. And under the Bettendorf Comprehensive Plan, under economic development, one of the goals is to attract and retain business and industry. The area surrounding is predominantly C2 to the north and to the east and northeast, and also to the south. Adjoining this site is a C3 general business district area to the west. Location, as you've seen before, is this structure here at 18th and State Street. It is a combination of lots 11 and 12 of Block 11 of the town of Bettendorf, and then we have the proposed restricted parking that we've had before mentioned on the north or south side of this structure. The Board of Adjustment approved the special use permits. This body did on June 13th this year. Planning and Zoning Commission approved a site development plan on June 19th for this layout. You have 12 spaces on site for the parking, 36 are required. The hours of operation for the business will be from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. The structure basically is adding on 512 square feet here, 368 square feet for the patio outdoors. The parking was calculated based on the bar inside and also the golf simulator. Under the special location plan provisions, the locations that are to be used or proposed for use must be within 300 feet of the 1740 State Street address. And in this case, these photos were taken from the perspective of that distance, showing the convention center, City Hall, and then a public available space here at 1730 Grant Street. And this will give you an idea of the distances: 250 feet to 1777 for the convention center. Public area here, 1730 Grant Street, 266 feet away, 250 here, and then 275 for City Hall. Since all of these requirements have been met with the distance factor, and also since the amount of parking involved here is going to be a small amount relative to the actual capacity of the parking lots, staff is making a positive recommendation for approval of the special location plan. I would ask, are there any questions?
Madam Chairman, can I just jump in? Just with our downtown parking regime, it's really complicated. I just want to kind of get some math out of the way. So there's 36 parking spots required for those use types in general. In our downtown, because we don't want a downtown full of parking lots, we want density, we have a provision in code that the city council can reduce that in half in a certain location of our downtown. They fall within that. Staff is recommending that. So 36 now becomes 18.
18, yeah.
And then you have 12, so you're 6 short. We also have a special rule, because we're government, that says if you're still short in your downtown, or actually anywhere, if you got a public parking lot or an agreement to park with somebody within 300 feet of you, you can use that. It just happens to be there's 3 public parking options, which we would love to have the public use and come down and visit this business and many others while they do that. Maybe not carry their clubs around, maybe golf first and then put your clubs away. So that's how we're getting there. So 36 becomes 18. 18 with 12 on site becomes 5 or 6. 5 or 6 you can find on those 3 parking lots. Does that make a little more clear?
Yeah, and Greg did a good job in the packet of explaining that as well.
Yeah. So is there anyone here who would like to speak in favor of this proposal? No? Is anyone here to speak opposed to it? You guys are just here for the fun and giggles? All right. So, anyone want to make a motion?
I just have a quick question. Have you guys had any conversation with the property owners immediately south of you? I know these other options are available, meet the ordinance and the code and everything, but it seems more likely that people might just be lazy and park in the property.
You talking about sports fan, like or the other side?
The other side of State Street, yeah, right.
Yeah. I would say that I do think that people, kind of like, especially if they're used to just parking somewhere, because we actually have people that park on our property right now to go downtown.
Right.
And there's no parking spots even really that, shows, but, and we even had, the Getch brothers had it for years, just no parking signs, but people do that, seem to do that. And then, behind us where the main parking of ours is, we have sports fans is there, and obviously it's a staple. It's been there forever. So, obviously we'll have signs up, for our business, but I do think that you're just going to have people that, I don't know how you can control that. But.
Okay.
All right, most of those businesses closed by 5 or 7.
Yeah, a lot of especially across the street.
Right.
There's
The line might be open a little later, but
and actually there is quite a few parking spots on the street on State, across the street and on our side too.
Yeah, and certainly the neighboring property owners have been noticed about this. Nobody's put forth a complaint of any kind or so I'm just curious if there'd been any conversations.
Right.
This is just curiosity. Do customers typically bring their own clubs?
Yeah, for the golf simulator, yeah,
Okay,
definitely, because we won't have any to
Okay.
provide. So yeah, it would be people bringing their own.
okay.
any further questions?
None for me.
No? Now would anyone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that for case 24-047, special location parking plan, that we allow and approve the special plan.
Second.
Second? All right, all those in favor say aye.
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 Anyone opposed?
Didn't know if we needed a roll call or not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope.
How about a roll call now?
Tansey,
Yes.
Tombergs,
Yes.
Vermillion.
Yes.
All right, with that said, it has been approved, case 24-047. You can tell I was at a different board meeting this week, since that's the way we run that board meeting. So thanks for your time, you guys, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.